Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Obscure Toy Files. I'm your host, Boggs, and this is Boggs' Hand. And today we are looking at Mattel Creations 2025's Masters of the Universe Origins Rio Blast. I finally got him in the mail 2 days ago. Or no, what's today? Yesterday. So this is Friday. So I got him yesterday. Well, you'll be seeing this on Saturday, so I got him on Thursday. He arrived in the mail. I was very excited to get him because Rio Blast was one of my favorite Masters of the Universe figures as a kid. I don't do a lot of Masters of the Universe lately because, first of all, I've been doing my Unintentional Kenner Koverage, which I'll be continuing at some point soon. And it was funny because I just kind of kept getting Kenner stuff, so I've been kind of on a Kenner kick, for lack of a better term. But when this was coming out, I knew I had to grab one because he was my favorite character. I don't have lots of memories of when I got MotU figures because I was born in 1979, like at the end of 79. Like I existed in the 1970s for about a month and a half, and then it was 1980s. So when MotU came around in 82, I was too little to play with them. I didn't really get into them until about 85 because most of the figures I have were like Snake Man, Evil Horde, some of the later era, Heroic Warriors and Evil Warriors. Like the only vehicles I ever had was like Strider the Warhorse, Night Stalker. I had the Road Ripper, and that was it. I never had Castle Grayskull, but I had Rio Blast, and I remember getting him because my mom had to go to the store, and I was old enough to watch my sister, so I might have been like it might have been 87. It might have even been like 87 or 88 when the line was about ended. But it was still available at retail. I remember there was a Genovese pharmacy up the block across the street from our house. I remember going in there, and they opened in 88, and they had Spikor on the shelf. So I don't remember if I got Rio Blast in 87 or 88, but I definitely might have been. I was old enough to remember it because my mom went to the store, and when she came back, she'd gotten me and my sister. She got me Rio Blast and Stondar, and she got my sister, I believe, Gwildor. And I think she got her Rio Blast also. Or maybe the Sorceress. I forget which one. But I know she had Rio Blast, and I did. So he was always a big part of our collection. I used to put him in Strider to drive him around. So, this is the shipper box it comes in. Every one you order comes individually boxed like this. And it's... I'd order two of them, so they put them both in a box. So it shows you Rio Blast and then his backpack right there. So I really want to check him out. I cut open the tape already just to make sure everything was okay inside. And yeah, nothing else is in there except for this. It's just a spacer to keep the bubble from bending, which is a good idea. But other than that, there's really nothing about this shipper box that shows you it's Rio Blast. It doesn't even say Rio Blast on it anywhere, I don't think. Or 2024, but it was sold in 2025. Made in Vietnam. No, it doesn't say anything about Rio Blast. It just shows, contents, and it shows Rio Blast, and then his backpack. So, but yeah, this is him. Gotta go back a little bit. Up, his card is so long. Yeah, so it's really, I think it's such a cool. It is such a good job on him. I love the artwork. I mean, Rio Blast, Heroic Transforming Gunslinger. I mean, what I'll do, using the powers of video editing, we'll do a little whoosh, and we'll put right here next to it. You can see the original card compared to this one. And I think it's really cool how they kept the same style artwork because a lot of the characters that came out towards the end of the line, they had that where they had the artwork on the front here. And what's interesting is that if you look at the new adventures, Rio Blast go away, and then if you do... if you look at New Adventures of He-Man, they did the artwork on the front too. So I like how they did that there, and they kind of carried that over, so it kind of marries into each other. So later era, 87, 88, more like 86, 87, I think MotU figures, they have this art in the front, which is really cool. You can really add a little bit more pop to it. Modern Posing, Retro Play, 6+, which shows that these are toys. These are toys for kids, or at least designed for kids to play with. New for 25. And it's nuts to think about this when you really sit down and look. MotU Origins came out, it debuted first in 2020, It was on the shelves at Walmart, and then once 2021 hit, it was available everywhere. So MotU Origins has been on the shelf in the years of 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, and now 25. So we're going into our 6th year, maybe 5th full year of Origins. And this year is the 40th anniversary of She-Ra, so we're getting Evil Horde characters like crazy, which I'm excited about. But it's really cool to get a chance to get Rio Blast, finally. I wish I had my old one out. I'd do a comparison time, but I'll have to leave that to Pixel Dan, because mine's, I forgot where I put mine. I wasn't expecting to get him so soon, and I figured, you know what, why not just do a quick review of him and throw him up, show people what he looks like. This is also on one of those card backs where it's plastic all the way through, so it slips out. And it's funny because it still has a hole punch on it, but the bubble has no hole punch on it. And there's some cool artwork on the back. You can see kind of like the fright zone. There's like stuff in the like the mechanical stuff in the front zone from like Filmations in the background. Rio Blast is jumping in with his guns blazing, and his Grizzlor ready to rip into him. And Modulok, or half of Modulok's like, holy crap! Yeehaw, partners! And there's the other half of Modulok. And I really like how they built him like the original toy was built. So like when you split them in half, like there was like weird looking pieces. Like I remember, like I had Modulok. He's one of my favorites as a kid. That's the front. That's the back half of his gun. That's the front half. And then in the background there, you can see the Monstroid. I managed to grab all of the Evil Horde stuff as a collector, but I never. I had the Fright Zone. I had the Slime Pit. I still have the Mantisaur, but I never got Monstroid, and that's one of the things I was like I was always annoyed about it, because once if you miss it out too early, it's not like it was too expensive to get after that. Inspirer, Power and Generations 2 play. Oh, then I think it's written in there. Yeah, so it's good. It's a cool card back. So let's just slide this up. Let's put that back there. And then we just kind of like just plop them out. Collector-friendly packaging is the best. Now we get down to regular hands-free mode. Here's the comic book. Let's take a look at that quick. Oh, first of all, we got our instructions. How do we do this? Oh, Rio Blast gets some different instructions. Interesting. Oh, it shows us how to put everything on. Okay. Simply, it looks like it attaches the same way the old one did. Like you put it on at an angle and you just lock it in place. Click, click. And that goes down. Cool. Yeah, alright, so I don't know what to do. Make sure you throw the instructions in the garbage. Or I can keep them. I'm going to keep them. Don't tell me what to do, Mattel. How about I'm going to keep these instructions and love them always. So we'll look at the comic quick. This is something I can do a comparison of, because I didn't know where this is the original comic book from Rio Blast from back in the day. The fastest draw in the universe. And it's dated 1985. So he's about like 40 years old if you think of it that way. That's really cool. And the backs of the comic just have white. I always thought it was neat, but it didn't show Rio Blast on the back, so you never really see a cross-cell image of him. I have the Stilt Stalkers, Mega Laser I think I have. I never got the Sky Sled. And Flying Fist He-Man, I never had him as a kid. But the original comic was cool, you know, because like Rio Blast just kind of shows up. He's like, how's it going, partner? You know, he's just running around. I always thought the art in this was weird. And I remember how like he's making chili and it's really spicy, and or his mouth goes on fire. It's like, no thanks, Rio. I already had a big lunch. You want some extremely spicy chili to blow out your asshole? No, I'm good, thanks. My bad. No thanks, Rio. Saturnian bull cows. And that's like the same as the cover image. Suddenly, Rio Blast undergoes an amazing transformation. Whoa! Wow! Look at all those guns! Yeah, move along, little doggies. Pew 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 pew. Rio Blast's awesome firepower sends the cattle barreling off in a new direction. And then, of course, He-Man's got busted a Mega Laser. And they're not using the lasers to shoot anybody, just shoot the ground. And then, No! And they run away scared. Those lizard men. While I'm getting all misty here, tell you what, you fellas sit yourselves right down and have a good square meal with me. There's just another pot of barbecue sauce inside the wagon, just enough for the three of us. Next time we help out a friend, let's make sure he doesn't cook. I'm a horrible cook. Oh yes, please don't ever make us eat it again. The end. Yay. The new comic I have to sit down and read, but it's cool. He's a star marshal. I like how they're kind of expanding his character a little bit. And of course, we see those new Horde Troopers that show up in that pack that will be available at Walmart that we'll never see. That's a cool looking ship for the Evil Horde. I wouldn't mind owning that cool little ship. That's a cool looking toy. Focus. Camera's like bugging out. Many moons ago, Rio Blast was a marshal on the rough backwater planet Starband. Brave Star? In a distant galaxy, in a faraway place, the planet New Texas floats deep in space. Lined with 3 suns, mine the precious ore, the carrier Rocksport outlaws by the score. And one day, a lawman was here. A power of hawk, wolf, puma, and bear. Mystic creatures man from afar. This is Marshal Rio Blast. Rio Blast. Guns with his guns. He's got lots of guns. He doesn't have powers of animals. Just blast people. Blast them. Star Marshals. I thought I was the last of our kind. We got a robot guy and a foxy guy and a mantisy guy. That's cool. I would not mind owning those cool dudes as toys. Just saying. Yeah, this is pretty cool that they give him like an actual legit backstory. The Star Marshals. Wouldn't be a bad way for them to introduce Brave Star either, honestly. Fate has another plan, bucko. Oh no, the lasers. Glug glug whoop. The slime pit. Was that like a slime pit Horde Trooper? That's cool. The slime pit's like, derp, I got shot in the face. Yeah, pretty neat though. Not cool, not too cool, but pretty cool looking. That's the last page. That's it. Yeehaw! And so the marshals rode into the vast sunset as they journeyed to save another village. The weapons poised, hearts determined, and their eyes often looking to the stars. The end. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's really neat that they give him his own like backstory and stuff. I'm appreciative of it. There's Rio Blast himself. It's real good. We just gotta free him with all these blasted ties. Oh my god, get him out of here. Can we just manhandle him out? Use the power of strength. Run! There you go. How did they get out? No. Yeehaw, partners, I'm free. There you go. See, look at that. Pop that right back out there. And so right away, just looking at this, I can see that the original one is a little more darker gray, but it's still metallic. Oh, yeah, he looks pretty cool. I'm glad I managed to grab one of him. Yeah, a lot of new tooling on this guy. Again, this is why he took so long to come out. I think the only reused parts on his entire body are probably his shoulders, biceps area. Everything else is like head, torso, pelvis, thighs, shins, boots, everything, forearms, hands. Everything else is new on him. So if he came out at retail, he would have had to have been like a deluxe, I guess. Good joints. Fold these back in. Now, they don't peg it any more than that, which is a little weird. But you know what it is, too? He's articulated. So, like, the original figure wasn't. I'm wondering if we're going to get, now that we have these, all we need to do is get Hero, and we might be able to have, I think Plasmar was his name. You can correct me if I'm wrong, from the Lost Wave of the Powers of Grayskull, which I really hope we get soon, because I love the unproduced stuff. I'm a sucker for it. I'm an easy mark for that stuff. Oh, these just peg right in here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Because the original toy from back in the day, the original toy didn't have. It was sculpted on his arm, so like I might be able to show like if Chris, if you can put an image here. Look, no, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the card back. Like the hoses on the arm. So it was probably actually less expensive for Mattel just to be like, you know what? Let's not have to retool another arm. And let's just make the hoses come out and be more tangible, which is cool. It adds a lot more. It's a lot more of an effect to it. And like they still have the slots in the shoulder, like in the arms here. They added some techno details in there. That's pretty cool. It slips in there like that. I'm digging it, man. I like it a lot. I think this was the joints are nice. It's so cool to get a real Rio Blast. No Rio or we riot. They used to say years ago. And again, following that instructions, we have our little thing. It says in the back, 2024 made in Vietnam. And it attaches the same way as the old one. You just put it here and then just click, click, and we're locked in there. And he's ready to go. Now, from pictures I've seen online, I thought these hoses attached to the backpack, which is not a bad thing because I'm going to put him. When I was a kid, he used to ride Stridor because it makes sense, cowboy robotic horse. And I love the new Stridor from Origins. Seriously, if you guys don't have, like, I think if you go to like BBTS or here, you can get the Stridor very cheap, and even like Mattel Creations still has Stridor. If you do not have Origins Stridor, trust me, go pick him up. He's a great toy, and as a guy who was a kid who had one, having him with articulated legs is like literally like what I used to dream the original toy could do. All right, so checking him out a little bit more. He's got really cool big like space chaps like from like cowboys and stuff. He's got like chap details here, and then he's got the other stuff there. He's got the little boots. Wow, he's so cool. He did a great job on this dude. All right, so let's transform him. We're just about to say, flip out his guns, and they just peg right through the hand, so they're not going to go anywhere. You got his shin guard ones. Those pop out. And I really do love the added circuitry details. Like the original didn't have that. They were just empty. But it makes perfect sense, honestly. I mean, he's like a cyborg. And then like his chest opens up. Oh, that's so cool. I used to love it when you just like the satisfying click you used to have from putting the old one in. It's going like the old, this is like a softer PVC. It feels like, but still ABS. I think this is all ABS. But the other one had such an interesting click to it. Like this almost has like a metallic-y pearlescent sheen to it, whereas the old one was more just like a flat blue. I mean, again, it should just work like the old one. It flips up. Gotta go up all the way, I guess. Yeah, one more, okay. Boom, right in there. And he's ready to go. You have to. It's so cool to see how his head moves. I guess I'm telling you, I loved him as a kid. He was one of my favorite, like, He-Man guys, bar none, my favorite one. I only had a handful of MotU. When I went back and looked to see what I had as a kid, I didn't really have a lot of MotU figures. Like Snake Man, I had King Hiss, Tongue Lasher, Ratlore, so I had 3 of them. Evil Horde, I had Modulok and Leech. Evil Warriors, I had Terran Claw Skeletor, I had Spikor, I had Zarad from the movie, and then I had Orbear, the Meaty Orb. And then for the Heroic Warriors, I had Thunder Punch He-Man, Stone-Dar Rock-On, Buzz-Off, Cyclone, Tuskor, the other Meaty Orb, and then Rio Blast, and that was really it. I didn't have a lot of figures. Like when you look at all the different ones they made, I didn't have a ton of guys, honestly. There really wasn't that many of them running around. And Rio Blast was one of those ones that was always one of my favorites. There really isn't a lot. I don't have a lot of notes on this. The only thing that's different. Did I go up all the way? Okay, yeah. This is up high as it goes. It has a little curvature here, so it kind of like molds onto the shoulders, which is a good change. And you kind of have to actually align his head up just right. Otherwise, it looks a little weird. But it does have cool, like, it's got like a scope on there now and like a rangefinder and stuff. That's really cool. They added just again because the other one was just flat. So adding those extra details really adds like a little bit more fun to it and more like a little bit more depth, I should say. Like it makes it more interesting to look at. And he stands up really good. Wow. Okay, and here's the thing. He is still available for purchase. We'll do a little thingy here. If you go over to Mattel Creations right now, and today should be, I believe it's, we're the 22nd? I think today? 21st? So this is Saturday, the 22nd. Yeah, so this is Saturday the 22nd, and this video is up. And I checked on the 21st, and he was still in, he's not like in stock, but he's up for pre-order. Like, you can add him to your cart right now. So if you want to get a Rio Blast, don't sleep on him, because he's only $20, and it'll only go up more as they sell out. So again, head over to Mattel Creations, go grab a Rio Blast. I definitely recommend him. And let's do some comparisons with some other figures that we happen to have. So we'll take, what do we got? We got Filmation Clawful, because he's pretty cool. I had to get him because he's so much different than the regular Clawful, so I needed to add him to the collection. We got him. We got not Origins. Am I saying Origins? Hopefully we're getting an Origins Too Bad. This is 2000X Too Bad. I had him back in the day, and I loved him, and I had a chance to get him again recently because I just wanted to. And he's really good. So let's move. We'll put him back over here. And we'll also have Leatherhead from the Turtles of Grayskull line, and the two of them like face off together. Yeah. And again, if you see this Leatherhead, definitely pick him up too. He's pretty cool. Got a big old tail, but he's definitely a cool figure. We got him, and then we always have to show off. We always got to show off a Street Shark, and this is one of the ones I just picked up recently. Awesome, man. So we're going to put Leatherhead over here, get him out of the way, because his tail takes up a lot of real estate. But here's Blades. This is Streaks. His original name was Blades back in the day. And again, if you see him, he's part of Series 2. I really should review the Street Sharks. I'm surprised I haven't done that yet. But I've just been playing with them. I haven't unboxed them, because me and my son play with them. Awesome. But this is Blades. This is Streaks, Streex. He's a really good one, and they're like just articulated as Origins figures. Like, again, if you're snoozing on the Street Sharks, as a side note from Mattel, do not. They're $24.99, which may seem a lot, but compared to the original price they cost back in the day, they were like $8.99, $9.99. So like with the inflation calculator here, the price of them it's comparable to the 1990s. Like it might have been $9.99 back in the day, and it's not $9.99 today, but through inflation, you're actually paying the equal value for it. So it's not bad. Like, they're articulated. They have the real feel skin still. They have all their action features. Although with Streaks here, his hands come off to give him like the clawed hands. He's a tiger shark. Get it? So tigers have claws. Awesome, man. And he's got the little wheels on his feet. So. Yeah, that's pretty much our review, I guess. There's not much else to talk about. I want to get you. Now he's dead because I shot him with lasers. Oh my God, he murdered him. Didn't murder anybody. He was a criminal. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. The first RoboCop, but not really, because RoboCop came out before him. And then we're just gonna. Put this all back in, locks back in place, and boom, he's ready to go be a normal guy and not anyone cool. Yeah, definitely worth it. If you're on the fence at all about getting Rio Blast, hop over that fence, go over to Mattel Creations and click Add to Cart. It's a pre-order. I guess they'll fill it. They might have sold out of their original run, and then they're making other ones. But don't sleep on this. If you like Rio Blast at all, and you want a really cool Origins cowboy kind of figure, go grab this. And then again, head over to BBTS and pick yourself up a Stridor, and then pair those two together and just have a lot of cool robotic, cyborg, futuristic cowboy fun. So I definitely recommend them. We're going to end this review now. Wow, it's under 25 minutes. Because I can't ramble on and on about Kenner forever. Only side note is these just peg in. They go in there into the forearms, but they don't really peg in deep. So you have to make sure you push them in. But, again, no notes on this. They did a really good job. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment below, and make sure you rustle up all them varmints here. Or something like that. I have no idea. Okay, that's it. Again, this was Mattel Creations 2025's Master Universe Origins Rio Blast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Yeehaw! And I'll go get some barbecue sauce and make He-Man crap his pants. Okay, whatever you want to do. Nice.